Hi, Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com. Hey, I thought I'd do a little instructional video today, mainly for my own students to help them do the movement called Snake Creeps Down. I'm going to show you our version of it. If you want to try it, you're welcome to try it. Just be careful. So we're going to do this from Wind Fills Ears, our version of the simplified form. Our simplified form, you're in that position there. So the first thing we're going to do is get this foot behind us. And there's a basic way of doing it and a more tricky or a little more advanced version. I'm going to show you both ways because they both have advantages and disadvantages. So the first thing I'm going to do with my back foot is go toe, heel, toe. My toe ends up pointing to that back corner. What I don't want to do is go toe, heel, toe, and my stance has gotten wider this way. I also don't want to go toe, heel, toe, and I'm falling over that way. So what I want to do is I want to go toe, heel, toe. That last one is the most important one because that's the one that sets you up for the weight shift, and you want that knee over the toe. If my foot doesn't turn out enough and I shift back, I got trouble there. So the middle one, the heel movement, that's the one that separates your feet. So the bigger that one is, the further apart your feet go and the lower you are able to sink. So you can decide for yourself how low you want to go. So if you don't want to go down very low, you just go toe, heel, small movement, and then big movement. Back and forward. If you want to go down low, you make that middle one bigger. Toe, heel, toe. And then you can come back and go lower. It doesn't matter how low you go. But if you do go low, very low, it's about strength, 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 and all of a sudden it's not about strength, it's about flexibility. So if I'm here, this is strength, strength, strength in that leg, but if I go further, all of a sudden it's not strength anymore, it's just flexibility. I can hang here, I'm not working this that much. The lower you go, the more it's about flexibility. But in either case, it doesn't matter how low you go, because this is not a practical movement that you're going to be using in a street fight. This is like a martial yoga. It's a large, studyable, graceful, smooth, artistic expansion of the idea of blocking something and coming in for a groin strike, up above, down below, that kind of thing. So don't worry about how low you go. In fact, I often don't go as low as I could go because I'd rather work on leg strength and flexibility sometimes, right? So from here, toe, heel, toe. Now notice by the time I've done that, my body has turned. I'm not square anymore. I was square here, toe, heel, toe. I'm not square, but I'm keeping my weight forward, keeping this knee over the toe. So toe, heel, toe. So now as I go back, this hand, the right hand, is just dropping and forming a hook, and it's going to the corner. And I want my wrist, elbow, shoulder, hip, knee, foot, all in a line. So I don't want this behind me here. I want it all in a line. So the hook hand is just going to drop, form that hook, and go to the corner. Our front hand is going to do a rollback. And our version of rollback is kind of Chenish. It's not the typical Yang-style twisting pull-down rollback. We have that movement, but we don't call it that. Ours is here, and then it's going to sink to a palm up position, and then it's going to be palm towards that way, thumb in there. So basically you're drawing a circle with the left hand, or the front hand, like this. That circle is powered by the backward weight shift, sinking into the back leg, and then pushing your weight forward. 1, 2, 3, right? While the hook goes to the corner there. So let's put together just that much. So wind fills ears here. All my weight goes forward now. It was 60, 40, 70, 30, now 100% forward. Back foot's free. Toe, heel, toe. Bottom hand drops, forming a hook. Top hand is doing the roll back, sink, shift forward. Once I'm forward, weight's here, now I can turn and square toe in. And then even though my weight's on that foot, I'm just going to lift my toe and toe out a little bit so that I have a little bit of sideways purchase here, because my next movement is to come up on one leg and I'm not going to be parallel. If my foot is pointing this way and I lift this leg, it's like a tightrope wire. But if I'm toed out a little bit, then I have a little purchase on this plane here, and my balance will be a little better. So, it's toe, heel, toe, circle back, sink, forward with the weight, toe in, toe out, shifting my weight to the left leg. Notice both knees are bent here. I'm not trying to lift this knee yet. All I'm doing is I'm getting my weight over this left leg. This is like the elevator. When this leg straightens, the other knee lifts and the hand comes up. You can see this, it's like my forearm is resting on my thigh, and as the knee comes up, it's like this. It doesn't have to literally rest there. In fact, I don't try to make it literally rest there, but that's the path it takes. Because I'm coming up under here, like that. So let me put that together with less talking. So it's toe, heel, toe, weight back, sink, forward, toe in, toe out, get over that left leg. This hand's doing a subtle brush knee over here. And then I'm going to rise on my left leg. The left leg's going to help me do this. Now, at this moment, when you're in this golden rooster on one leg position here, in some styles they will pivot on that foot that you're standing on and shoot that hook out for the other side. I don't like that at all. If you're wearing, string-soled Tai Chi slippers and you're on a freshly waxed basketball court, then sure, pivot on the foot you're standing on. But I reckon that even if you're doing that with super slick shoes and you're doing that on a slick floor, it's still not great for your knee because all your weight's over that leg and you're doing that. So rather than do that, this is what we do in our style. Master Chung was really into physics, and he did not want to damage his knees any more than I do. So I think this is his work because it's the way we do it in our long form, and this is the simplified form done in that style. So from here, we just get the weight off that foot by going forward into this penetrating palm or little finger knife edges forward position. I'm stepping a tiny bit to my right when I do that because I don't want to be too narrow here. Now that my weight's forward, I can toe out with my back foot, and I don't have to pivot on the foot that I'm standing on. So I also like this idea because if you come up under somebody's chin and get them in a C grip, like you would here, even if you maybe got them in the groin on the way up, the fight's not necessarily over. There's still a conversation going, and when you have someone in a C grip like that, the next thing you should do is go forward. And that means go forward in one step like that, or run them forward, because you've got them like this. Run forward until you hit a wall or a car or a curb or a table or something. I'm talking about when your life's in danger. So this is a nice reminder that we're going forward there. Now the other side is different from the side that we just did. On this side it's toe, heel, toe. Back foot does all the moving. On this side it's a little different. You go forward into the front foot. Your back toe has to turn all the way out. That's just so you have the right angle for your knee, just like the other side. You have to have that correct angle for the knee. Now on this side, the low hand is going to do the same thing we just did. It's going to drop down past by the knee, wrist, elbow, shoulder, hip, knee, foot, all in a line. The front hand is going to go under, not over. So instead of doing this version of roll back, it's doing this one. It's low and protecting the groin like this. So after the previous one, you're here, toe out only, circle back with your weight. Now your front foot is going to go heel out, toe out. So that it's still the right foot making the distance between your feet. The right foot does all the wiggling, except on the first one, it's your back foot that's right. On the second one, it's your front foot that's right. My student here is nodding because he's like, yes, I remember that. So here, forward, right? Toe out. Circle under. Heel out, toe out. Waist back. From this moment, it's the same. Weight forward. Toe in, toe out. This hand's doing a subtle brush knee here. you're getting over your right leg so that you can straighten it and it can help you do this movement coming up. So let me do the whole thing and I'll do it with less talking. So wind fills ears, toe, heel, toe, circle back, sink, forward, toe in, toe out, golden rooster, forward, toe out, heel, toe, shift forward, toe in, toe out, and golden rooster. I said no talking. Now I'll really do it with no talking. Something like that. Now, as for the stepping, you will see a more advanced version of the stepping sometimes. On the first side, that advanced version means getting all your weight forward, picking up the back foot, and stepping it right to where you're going to go. So that looks like this. So I just picked my foot up, toed out, and landed where it's going to go. It's a little tricky, right? So, but it is a little more advanced, and if you can control your weight a little bit with that front leg and step back over to there, it's a nice way to do the movement. The downside is if you're on a slippery surface and you put your weight there, that can slip out like that, which will hyperextend your knee joint and can really cause damage. I've seen someone do that once, not in my class, but I have seen it. It's not fun. So it steps out like that. So that's a good one to do when the surface is rough. If you can do the advanced version and the surface is rough, look, I go back and boom, my foot just sticks right where it is, no problem. If the surface is slippery though, even if I can do the advanced one, I won't. It's wet grass or a slick floor, I'll do the wiggle version because it's safer. Now it's the opposite on the other side. When I'm doing this one, the advanced move that you'll see, I'll get over here where it's a little bit less rough. I'll go here and then just sink into that leg and slide that foot out. Here a slick surface helps. If you have a slick surface, you just sink on the back leg and that one slides. But if you have a rough surface and you slide that foot, you know, it can jam your knee joints because you have to release your leg in order to do the sink and slide, but you hit the skiddy resistance from the rough surface and it can jam that force back into your knee. So basically, even if you can do the advanced version, it's nice to know how to do the wiggle version depending on your surface. So where your surface is smooth, you do the wiggle on this version. And then when you get here, you do the sliding version on that one. Where the surface is rough, you can do the advanced full step version on this side, but when you get here, you do the toe, heel, toe version. So here's the more advanced version without talking. Kind of pulling this back because I want to stay in camera view, but something like that. We try to do it, whatever version we're doing, as smooth and relaxed as we can, because this is a highly stylized movement, and we have the luxury of no opponent, and we have the luxury of just hanging out and working with ourselves. So we want to do it as unforced and yin-yang in balance as possible. So whatever version you're doing, it doesn't matter which one, you want this to be smooth, sink smooth, forward smooth, turn, get over that leg, nice and relaxed and comfortable. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of thing. I do music videos, Tai Chi videos, nature videos, and all that kind of stuff. And I don't have ads on this channel, so if you want to support what I do, there's a PayPal link down below. No tip is too small, no tip is too large, and you can also visit GeneBurnett.com. Thanks for watching.